Hello everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. So over the past couple of weeks, there has just been an embarrassment of riches when it comes to sales for physical media collectors like myself, and I'm guessing like you as well. So as you guys know, Target did their buy two get one free sale last week, which meant that Amazon was matching that. They did a buy two get one free as well, but they also have at Amazon these coupons that you can digitally click in order to save money on movies, and they end up being less or equal to the buy two get one free prices when you average them out. So there was just a ton of sale options, and then after that was done, they had the Prime Day deals. So there was so many sales this past weekend and this past couple weeks here, and I did my best to try to limit myself because we are heading on a vacation where I will likely spend some money. We are going to be hitting up a few different half-price books while we're out there. So I'm really excited about that. So I didn't want to spend a ton, but I failed at that miserably. So I have over 15 different releases here to talk about. Some of them are multi-film packs and things like that. So just a ton of new movies added to the physical media collection that I am really excited to share with you guys. So if you do enjoy this video, please give it a like down below. It really does help out the channel. But with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, guys. Let's dive right in to my Target and Amazon sale haul. I do have these in some semblance of an order here, but it's not really going to make sense to you. It makes sense in my head. Like the first stack are just going to be single releases that I bought with like the coupon feature on Amazon. And then there is a couple buy two get ones in here as well. One from Target, one from Best Buy, and then just some more 4K individual releases. So starting with the Blu-ray individual releases that I picked up, we have Elvis. So this is actually from Shout Factory. It is Shout Selects #2, which I actually meant to check. As soon as I got this, I realized, oh, this is #2. I wonder what spine #1 is and see if that's something I want in my collection. So I need to check that out. I haven't done that yet. But this, of course, is the John Carpenter film with Kurt Russell playing the titular character here, Elvis. And I've heard really good things about this over the years. I believe this was originally a TV movie when it came out. So it is one of the John Carpenter films I needed to add to my collection. So heading into the sale, I needed 6 more John Carpenter films to have the complete filmography from him in my physical media collection. Now it's down to 5 with Elvis, so I was happy to find this one. And this was so much cheaper. I'm not going to go over the prices on all these because it doesn't really matter, but this was notably cheaper than it normally is because this is usually like a $25 release. It was down much lower than that, so I had to grab it just because I'm trying to get the full Carpenter collection, so I figured this would be the best time to get it. So Elvis is the first individual Blu-ray that I ended up picking up. So that one, Elvis, was actually a Shout Factory release, but the next 4 are all Scream Factory. And for whatever reason, the Scream Factory titles are exceptionally popular when these 2-for-1 sales come out, or buy 2 get 1 free sales come out, and when the coupons happen on Amazon. And so they're always discounted. So I do have some of these in my collection here. But first up is Virus, which I actually never even heard about until you can see the logo here. Scream Factory released this on Blu-ray. So this is a sci-fi thriller that I am very intrigued to check out. I know it does not get a lot of love, but it has Jamie Lee Curtis in this, so that is enough. But there's also Donald Sutherland, who's excellent. So even if it's not the best, it was super cheap compared to normal. So, and it's loaded with special features. This isn't a collector's edition from Scream Factory. This is just a standard release, but it's still loaded with special features. So I was really happy that this one dropped in price because I'd been waiting for it to get cheap. So had to grab Virus, and I think this one is from like the mid 1999. So yeah, hopefully I'll enjoy it. I love space movies like this, so hopefully this will be a fun one. Next up is a movie that the movie buff pains say is the best or their favorite Jaws ripoff, I guess. And so I had to pick it up. It was finally down to a price I was willing to pay. It's not super old. It didn't come out that long ago. And so it was up there, you know, 25, 30 bucks. It dropped quite a bit during the sale. So I grabbed Orca, the Killer Whale. And this is also not a collector's edition from them. But it is one that doesn't have nearly as many special features as the other one. That's okay. I really just want to see this movie. It is, you know, Jaws, but done with a killer whale, an orca, as opposed to a shark. So yeah, very intrigued to check this one out. Like I said, heard really good things about it. So I love me some Jaws ripoffs. So at least the idea of Jaws ripoffs, I don't know that I've ever seen too many, but I love shark attack films. So hopefully this will live up to the hype that's been built up in my head. So very excited to add Orca, the Killer Whale, to my collection. Elvis made 5 more Carpenter films I needed in my collection. Well, this one makes 4, so I only need 4 more now. This is a collector's edition. This is John Carpenter's Vampires. So this, of course, is, a very well-known vampire film, but I've actually never seen this one. I've heard so many mixed reactions on this one. Some people really love this movie. Other people find it terrible. So I don't know where I'm going to fall, but I'm very intrigued to check it out. And you'll notice, unfortunately, no slipcover, so that was super disappointing. I always tell my buddy, because he always sends me pictures when he gets his in. It's like, oh, I got the slip, I'm so excited. And I'm like, I never order from Amazon and don't get the slip, regardless of how old the movie is. Well, karma came back to bite me in the butt. So no slipcover on this one, which is super unfortunate. I have the slip on, I'll say, the majority of the collector's editions from Scream Factory in my collection, but this one I do not, and it's not something that I'm going to pay for separately. That's just not something I care enough about. But you can see this one, again, just loaded with the special features, and it being a collector's edition, you would expect that. So, yeah, only 4 more Carpenter films to go, and I would say they're his lesser ones, like Memoir of an Invisible Man is one of them, Dark Star, I think it's Dark Star, his first one, is one of them with he did with Bannon, and there are 2 more, Someone's Watching Me, and then I'm forgetting the last one, but yeah, I have his major ones at least, so just a couple of the smaller ones to go. So John Carpenter's Vampires, and that makes 4 left for the Carpenter collection. The last Scream Factory thing I bought was actually a collection, and this is one that I have had in my Amazon cart for 6 months now. I've been wanting to buy these because finding them individually is incredibly difficult. I've had them on my cheap Blu-rays to buy list for the longest time now and have not found them at Disc Replay. I did own the original. I really don't even like the original, but I want to see the other 2 movies in this franchise. I am talking about the super controversial Human Centipede, the Complete Sequence collection. And this is, as you can see on the side there, a Scream Factory release, which honestly, I didn't even realize when I was buying it. So this one was not a coupon item, but I did buy it during the same time because it dropped to its lowest price that I've seen it. I checked camelcamel.com, where you can put in the Amazon ASIN number or whatever it is, and it tells you the history of the price, and this was as low as it's ever been. So I had to pull the trigger on it because I'm not going to find this price again. So this has, of course, Human Centipede, the first sequence, the original, the Human Centipede 2, which is called Full Sequence, and then Human Centipede 3, which is Final Sequence. So again, I know these are super controversial movies. They are disgusting, at least the original. That's the only one I've seen. It's disgusting. Frankly, I didn't even love it, but I wanted to see the other 2, and this is the cheapest way to do it. So I now have the Human Centipede, the Complete Sequence in my collection. And this is the first. It's opened a little bit, which was a little bit annoying, but that's okay. It's better than some of the other things I got from Amazon, which I'll talk about as I go. But yeah, so Human Centipede, the Complete Sequence. Very excited to have this one in my collection. So now we're going to go over to the first buy 2 get 1 I did, and this was from Amazon, and they're all triple features. I guess I'll just show them all at the same time because these are pretty cool. So the first one here is the Steven Seagal triple feature of Above the Line, Under Siege, and Under Siege 2, which I've not seen any of these. I have very few Seagal films in my collection, so I figured this would be a great way to add some movies. I was looking up the best Steven Seagal movies, and these 3 were on the list I was looking at, so I figured that would be a good excuse to get it. And then we have a Stallone triple feature, Demolition Man, Over the Top, and Tango and Cash. Another 3 that I've not seen. I've not seen a ton of Stallone. I've seen Cobra. I'm sure I've seen some others, but that's the first one that comes to mind. I am going to be watching, I believe Rocky won the Instagram poll I did for the next series that I'm going to rank and review. So I will be watching Rocky soon. But a good way to add all of these to the collection. And then finally, the coolest of the collections here. This is just a fantastic triple feature. This is a Samuel L. Jackson triple feature. Deep Blue Sea, The Long Kiss Goodnight, and Snakes on a Plane. Deep Blue Sea is just one of my favorite movies of all time. I love that movie. I would probably put it in a top 50, top 25 list for sure, because I love that movie. Snakes on a Plane is so ridiculous and so much fun. I love it. And then Long Kiss Goodnight I've actually not seen, so that one will be new to me, but I think this is an awesome triple feature. So all 3 of them, and you can see they all came with the slip covers, which are just gorgeous. So I love that. Now this release actually came broken. I can show you guys here if I open it up, and the slip cover's a little messed up on this one too. But if you open it up here, you can see there was a bunch of loose in here and it's broken. So what I actually did with this one, because I hate that, it's a brand new release, it should not be like that. I did a return on Amazon, and so all I had to do was promise to return this one within 30 days, and they're sending me a new one. Of course, they're sending it like the slowest way possible, so it won't be here until mid-July, but that's okay. Until I get it, I will just use this if I want to watch these. And I'm hoping maybe I'll get a better slipcover out of it as well, but we'll see. So yeah, just an awesome, like 9 movies, and I paid these were like $11 each. So 9 movies for like $22 or $23. That is a ridiculously good deal. So when these popped up for the buy two get one, I knew I had to do it. So yeah, really cool. What am I trying to say? Samuel L. Jackson triple feature, a Steven Seagal triple feature, and a Stallone triple feature. Very awesome to add these all to my collection. So I also did a buy two get one free from Target. I only did one from them, and of course they take longer to ship, so I think I actually did these ones before the other triple features, but I'll show the Blu-ray first because that's what we're talking about here still. So the first one I grabbed is the John Hughes 5-movie collection. So it turns out I didn't own any of these already on Blu-ray. So the reason I started looking at this was because they just released, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Pretty in Pink, and Some Kind of Wonderful on Steelbook. So I was thinking about getting those, but then I realized, like, this is the same price as one of those. Why don't you just get this? You don't need the Steelbook. So you can see on the back, this has Pretty in Pink. Let me just do it this way. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Some Kind of Wonderful, and She's Having a Baby. So Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is a fantastic comedy. One of my all-time favorites. Ferris Bueller's Day Off is hilarious. I love that movie. Always have. And then the other 3 I haven't seen. Pretty in Pink, I don't know how I haven't seen that movie, but I haven't. And then the other 2 I would consider like lesser of John Hughes' movies. I've not seen those either. She's Having a Baby and Some Kind of Wonderful. Frankly, I never even heard of She's Having a Baby until I heard about this release coming out. So that one was super off my radar. But for the price, this was an awesome deal, especially when you consider the buy two, get one free aspect to it. 5 movies for the collection. I do have the other John Hughes collection on Blu-ray. That one has 3 movies. I want to say it's like Weird Science, Breakfast Club, and one more. 16 Candles is the last one. I finally found it up on my shelf over here. So that one has no duplicates, which is just the perfect way to do these sets. So I'm very fortunate, or very happy that they decided to go that route. So yeah, I think this is awesome. A really cool find, and something that I'm really excited to dive into. So the first of my Target buy two, get one free options, the John Hughes 5-movie collection. Moving over to 4K now, because the other 2 I got from that Target buy two get one were both 4K releases. This first one is actually an upgrade for me. This is Godzilla 1998. So this is a movie that frankly I don't love, but I imagine that this is going to sound really amazing on the 4K disc here. So I wanted to pick it up. I think I mentioned in one of my recent pickup videos, one of my recent haul videos, that like Godzilla 98 has made its way into my life recently. I found the novelization for it. I found the soundtrack for it recently. So I figured, just upgrade, get the 4K, why not? I was reading reviews, and apparently the picture quality, the upgrade, is not that significant, but the sound is supposed to be great. So I'm excited to watch this one. Watching the, 2014 Godzilla, that sound was just amazing. So I'm hoping that this is something similar. So yeah, though I don't love this movie, I think it's okay. So I'm happy to add it to the collection. And my wife actually really loves this one. So I know she'll watch it with me when I get around to it. So, excuse me. So Godzilla 1998 is the second of that buy two, get one free from Target. And the third and final item from Target is Brightburn, also on 4K. So this one is actually produced by James Gunn. I want to say like his brothers, maybe Brian and Mark Gunn were the writers on this. I'm just making that up based on the last name, but it makes sense to me. But this is supposed to be like a super dark superhero origin film. So a horror movie mixed with a superhero film, which, yes, like I'm here for that 100%. That sounds amazing. So let me point out this, from what I've heard, and I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard that it's very difficult to find this slipcover. So when I ordered it from Target, I didn't expect a slipcover, but when I was opening it, I was like, oh man, what if I get the slip? That would be awesome. I'm opening it, I feel it, I'm like, oh my God, like I got the slip. How awesome is that? I pull it out. I'm so excited. And then I'm looking at the slip cover and oh man, this thing is beat up. Like that is ripped there. If you can tell, that looks terrible. The edges are all mangled up. This is just not a good slip cover. Now, obviously I'm not going to throw it away, but it is not a good slip cover. So yeah, I was so disappointed. Like just the roller coaster of Oh, I'm not going to get it. Oh, I got it. And then, oh man, it looks like this. You might as well not have given it to me. But yeah, anyway, that's silly and dumb, but that's the way that was my roller coaster ride of emotions here as I opened this one up. So yeah, but either way, I'm very, very excited. Excuse me, very excited to watch this one. So yeah, I'm going to put this one toward the top of the list. Brightburn from the producer, James Gunn. And maybe it's written by his brothers. Who knows? But I think it's a cool release either way. So everything else I'm going to show here is all 4K releases, and these were all just individual releases that had coupons or were on sale, whatever the case may be. So all of these are from Amazon, by the way. So the first one here is Hell or High Water on 4K. Now, this one is normally $10, but I think some people thought it was on sale, and so it sold out for the first couple days during like the Amazon sale, but it came back in stock later in the week, and it was still only $10, so I grabbed it. Now, the reason I wanted to see this one is because Ken from Mid-Level Media has praised this one numerous times, and honestly, when I saw it, I thought it was just one of those like cheap indie, I don't even know, Western thrillers or whatever it might be, but he really championed this, and so I have to add it to my collection and take a look and see what it's all about. It has Jeff Bridges, Chris Pine is in this, and Ben Foster. So it has an awesome cast. So I can see kind of, where it's getting its greatness from. But I don't really know what this one is about, to be honest with you. I think it is a thriller of some sort. It is an action drama it's from the writer of Sicario. So that's cool. I don't know. So yeah, it just sounds interesting based on what I've heard about it from Ken. So hopefully Ken's right on this one. Fortunately, it was a low risk item because it was so cheap on 4K. So I'm excited to check it out though. So Hell or High Water, another 4K item for the collection. Next up is a really newer release that just came out a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago now, and it was $20 when it came out. There was the Steelbook edition or the slipcover edition. Both were $20. I didn't want to pay that much for it just because I don't think this movie is going to hold up that well nowadays, but this is Animal House, and it was down to like $11. So of course I wanted to grab it just because it's a newer 4K item. So again, this is the slipcover edition. The slip looks really nice on this one. Same as the cover on the inside, but love having the slip for this. So yeah, this is a movie I've never seen, so I need to correct that. Obviously, Belushi is just one of the greats, so hopefully I will enjoy it, even if some of the humor maybe is a little bit outdated. I can just, I appreciate the fact that it might be a product of its time and just gonna run with it. So hopefully I will like this one. So National Lampoon's Animal House, a really good deal here during these sale days. I love this next trilogy so much, and I've been waiting for the 4K release to drop, and it finally did to a price that I was willing to pay. This is the Cornetto Trilogy. We have Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End. So, like I said, I love all these movies. My favorite is probably Shaun of the Dead. Hot Fuzz, I think, is just underrated in my opinion. Like, I know people love it, but not enough. I don't know. And then World's End, I've only seen that one once, but I really enjoyed it when I watched it. So I'm excited to revisit these on the 4K format. I do own the steelbooks of Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, so I'll probably hold on to those. Even though I did upgrade to the 4K, I'll probably hold on to those steelbooks on Blu-ray. And then World's End, I am able to get rid of that Blu-ray because it was just a standard Blu-ray release, so no steelbook there. So I do get, gain 3, lose 1, so it could be better, but that's all right. Yeah, so this is just a fantastic trilogy. Everybody knows these movies, probably loves these movies if you're like me. So yeah, excited to check out the 4K transfers on here. The Cornetto Trilogy, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End. Speaking of series that I have been waiting to drop in price, so this is one of those, and I was so excited when I saw it on sale. I know a lot of people were not happy with the Prime Day deals, but honestly, I think I did better this year than I normally do because I'm typically one of those people who look at the Prime Day deals and say, really, that's it? But this time around, they just happen to have some items that I was looking for, so it worked out for me. The biggest purchase for me during the Prime Day sale was this guy here. So this is the Fast and Furious 8 movie collection on 4K. So I didn't end up picking up the Fast and the Furious Steelbook that came out, last month or 2 months ago, whatever it was now, because I knew I wanted to pick up this entire collection. And so I'm glad I waited, and this one dropped to under $50, so I had to grab it. 8 films on 4K for under $50 is a really good deal. So I grabbed it, and this is another one I used camel to make sure, is this really a good deal? Does it typically drop any lower than this? And looking at it, it was a good deal. So very excited for this one. I've only actually seen the first 3 movies in this collection, if you can believe it. I watched all of those in theaters way back when they were new, and I've seen like the first one maybe here and there over the years, but these will be first time revisits in a long time for the first 3, and then first time watches for the rest of the series, which I know just kind of goes bonkers at 5, which I am here for. I'm so looking forward to that. I love The Rock, and so I'm just super excited to see if this series is something that I still love. So the only thing that is out currently that did not come with this is Hobbs and Shaw. So this, of course, is a spin-off to this series, and it was not included in the 8-movie collection. So this one went on sale on Prime Day, down to like $10 or something, hours later. And so, of course, I had to grab it, so I have all of them in my collection now. I will pick up Fast 9 when that comes out, or F9, whatever the official title is. I'll grab that when it comes out as well, so I have the entire thing. But this was a really good deal. $60 for all of these films. Like, that's fantastic. So yeah, very excited to dive into these. I will probably watch these soon. I was actually craving it last night, but it just didn't happen. I ended up doing something else. I watched Kronos last night, which I will talk about at some point. But anyway, that tangent aside, the Fast and Furious 8 movie collection along with Hobbs and Shaw, and that is going to do it for everything that I picked up during the Target and Amazon sales. All right, so this was just a fantastic set of movies here. Very thrilled to add all of these to the collection. And did I spend more than I should have? Of course I did, because that's what I do. It's just the way of the game. But I couldn't pass up on some of these deals on movies that I'd been waiting for quite a while to go drop in price. So I did what I had to do, and now they're in my collection. So everything is happy. I'm happy with everything. So let me know down in the comments below. Did you guys pick up anything during either Prime Days or the buy two get one sales? Let me know down there. I love hearing what you guys grab, so please leave those comments down below. As always, if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a like down below and consider subscribing to Cinefessions here on YouTube as I make my march toward that 1,000 number. Thank you guys so much if you've already subscribed. I really appreciate all of that support. And like I always say, I don't just talk movies, I talk all things media, be it books, movies, graphic novels, manga. If it's media related, I'm interested in it, and if you are too, you might consider subscribing. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.